Dr. Cartwright in Aquila City said I was crazy when I told her I wanted to transfer here. Now I kind of understand why.
Joseph Manning sent me to pick up some medical supplies.
Hey, let's keep our voices down. The clinic doesn't exactly know I'm giving its supplies away. That being said, I've been expecting someone soon. I've heard Bayou really has a vice grip on Neon right now. I have some supplies I can give you. Should be more
I need to
than
catch
enough
up
for
on the
now,
last
and
2
it shouldn't draw
seasons
any
of.
suspicion from the clinic. I'll have them loaded onto
Well, I
your
guess
ship.
it's the last season. I did not watch the last season of Star Trek Discovery because I was busy with other stuff. I did catch up on Strange New Worlds, but I did not finish the last season of Star Trek Discovery. And the final season is coming up, so I really need to watch the last season and then watch the final season of Star Trek Discovery because I like Star Trek too.
Of course. The people of Neon aren't going to heal themselves. You'll find the supplies on your ship. Hurry along before anyone suspects anything.
I'm also going to watch the new, they're doing another version of Battlestar Galactica, and even though the reimagined series they did, 20 years ago is my favorite. It's still my favorite TV show of all time. I'll happily watch the reboot they do. The funniest thing to me about Star Wars The Acolyte so far has been, your typical anti-Disney Star Wars trolls coming out of the woodwork and making these ridiculous comments about how. So I already saw multiple YouTube videos. They've ruined Star Wars, the canon, with this, that, or the other, and it's like, man, it's the High Republic. They can do whatever the fuck they want. There is no ties to anything. There's no ties to the Old Republic. There's no ties to George Lucas' Skywalker saga. There's no ties to anything. So they have free reign to just sort of do whatever they want, create whatever they want, have fun with the, the lore and the pillars of Star Wars, and I'm on board for all of it. Like, I'll definitely critique the things that I'm not a huge fan of, but it's Star Wars. I'm gonna, until I am in the grave, I am going to love Star Wars. Like, you cannot take that away from me. Ever since I was, 5 years old or whatever. Lightsabers, the Force, aliens, spaceships, the title crawl. I'm on board for all of it. And then I was pretty, that first 2 episodes of The Acolyte were pretty fun.
When you have a moment.
I watched the episodes this morning at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and then got the review up. It's like I gotta wait another week. The cool thing though is that what's up?
Are you working toward that next technology?
It's gonna be really interesting to see the Mandalorian and Grogu movie when it comes out.
Something for you when you have a moment.
Yeah, they've been trying to do a show around the Dark Tower for a while now, Joe. Like, I don't know if you saw the most recent film that had Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba in it. It was not that great of a film. I still enjoyed it because it's the Dark Tower, and it's like, I could care less who does the adaptations or how the adaptations are done as long as I get more adaptations. Like, I'm happy to see, I'll happily watch whatever iterations of the Dark Tower they put out because it's a fun book series, and I'm, I want to see more.
What can medical do for you?
The film was not that good. It had some cool stuff in it, but
Hello.
it was not
Hope you're
that
feeling
good of
well
a film.
today.
But I
Great.
still enjoyed it,
Thank you for all of your help. You really came through for me here. Things could have been bad if you hadn't come along. Here, take this. You've earned it.
All right, what's next? Clear out these activities. Also here on Neon.
I have things for you.
Yeah, he's been putting, I think the Dr. Sleep guy you're talking about, I think it's been in the works for 3 or 4 years now. I remember reading a press release about it maybe 2 years ago. Or maybe it was last year. I feel like it's been a couple of years
Out on
though.
my face. Want to conquer?
I'll tell you what's been popping up on my TikTok feed the last few days has been clips from this. Why am I blanking on it? The Strand. Guillermo del Toro did a TV series about vampires. I think it was called The Strand or The Strain. The Strain, not The Strand. It's called The Strain or just Strain. The Strain or Strain. Fuck. Now I'm gonna go look it up. Hang on. Yeah, it was The Strain. And I watched it when it aired, and that was a phenomenal horror show. Just start to finish. That is one of the coolest TV shows I've seen. Like a horror show. Like I don't normally watch a lot of horror. That was really, 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 really good across 4 seasons. And I've been tempted to try to see if Chris would watch it with me, but Chris doesn't really go for like horror stuff that much. I don't care for horror stuff, but like I had her watch was it Midnight Mass last year? Was it last year when Midnight Mass came out? That was fucking awesome too. And the thing I loved about Midnight Mass was the twist they took with religion and how they made the vampire was like Jesus and the blood of Christ heals you and heals your wounds and gives you eternal life. So people were given eternal life by drinking the blood of the vampire, and I was like mind blown. I was like, dude, that is the coolest like spin on religious like zealotry ever, because you get this little tiny island of whack jobs who are like drinking the blood of this vampire because they think it's Jesus reincarnated. It was like, fuck, dude. Oh, I know it made a lot of my religious friends very uncomfortable. But I thought it was amazing. This is a really good show. It was a limited run,
Welcome to
one
Kelport.
season.
Again. Look, you can tell Mr. Okadibo that I'm doing everything I can. Blood from a stone, if you'll pardon the expression.
Not exactly the greeting I was expecting.
Oh, my lord. You aren't here about Mr. Okadibo's debt to Kelcor. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Let me start over.
Dracula
My name's
2000.
Clover McKenna, but you can call me Chloe.
Was that the
Sorry
one
for
with
the outburst.
Gerard Butler? Or was that the one with Yeah, Dracula 2000 was one with Gerard Butler, I think. Unless I'm misremembering. Yeah, I haven't watched that in years. Yeah. 30 Days a Night's good. That was one of the guy who went on to do Spartacus later. I can't remember his name now. He's a New Zealand actor or Australian actor. I forget. He was also in Shannara. Oh, why am I blanking on his name? Mano Bennett. Mano Bennett, I think is his name. Was in that
Having
one.
a bit of a brain lock-up, are we? That's kind of you. This mess with Mr. Okadibo over at the Neon Mining League has really thrown me off my game.
Must be hell of a mess to cause such a fuss.
If only you knew.
I never saw the sequel.
Mr. Okadibo owes a substantial debt to Keltcor. I've given him more than enough time to try and come up with the money, but my father's patience is running out. Frankly, I don't know how much longer I can stall.
Maybe I could assist.
You'd be willing to help out. That's awfully kind of you.
Well, it's kind of you to stick up for him in the first place.
Just because I work for a megacorp doesn't mean I don't have a heart. Saburo, Mr. Okadibo, he's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, especially in this city. He really needs help, but he's too proud to accept any money from me. Maybe he'd listen to someone like you?
I'll talk to him.
Oh, that'd be splendid. If you can
Actually,
get his
hang on.
debt
I just had the
And don't
option
worry
to
about
settle his
payment.
debt.
I guarantee.
I just worked for him a minute ago. How did he rack up so much debt?
When he opened the shop, he outfitted it with equipment from our company. Spent a bundle of cash he didn't have. Obviously, business hasn't been going well, because he's fallen way behind on his payments. Opening a mining business on a world almost entirely covered in ocean probably wasn't the most savvy of business plans. I suppose he intended to cater to travelers that were passing through our system. But it's clearly backfired. A poor man.
Alright.
Have a fine day.
Don't make my job any harder.
I'm not supposed to be back in here, am I?
I'm glad I ended up at CalCorp. Miss McKenna treats her employees like family.
This business seminar is keeping me up at night. I can see it starting to wear on him personally and professionally. He's a good and honorable man. All I want is to give him a fair shake. Alright, well, we can go talk to him now.
What? I'm working here.
Picked up something you might be interested in.
Another day.
Another version of you. My rating only 16%. Yours
Stay out of trouble.
from console screen.
Yeah.
What's
I'm
up?
excited to see how business improves.
Clover
now that
McKenna's
those
offering to pay your
flyers
debt
have
off
been
Kelcorp.
Oh, she did. Miss McKenna is very kind, but I cannot accept. It is my responsibility to pay the loan. If I cannot, then what happens, happens.
Hang on. My brother just sent me something on hypersonic travel I'm going to have to watch. And I also just got an email, which I think is from my healthcare provider, which I need to go check real quick.
I hope I haven't upset you.
Okay. We're good there. Alright. Clover Slate, read this. It might change your mind.
Really? Let me take a look. Oh, I did not know she felt this way. She is always so professional. I thought she did not like me. That is why I have sent proxies to negotiate my debt.
Oh, she definitely likes you.
And I like her. Oh, that came out wrong. What I meant to say was, I respect her business acumen.
Uh-huh.
Look at me. My palms are sweating. Regardless, you have done me a service, and for that, I thank you. You can tell Miss McKenna, I mean Chloe, that I accept her offer.
Alright.
I do
How are your
have feelings for her, and I know they say never to mix business with pleasure. But there are always exceptions.
Yes, there are.
Thank you again for helping
Hey there.
me out with the flyers.
Have something for you when you have a moment.
Ryujin is hiring in this galaxy.
Get lost. I have a job.
Here, your home away from home. Here, boy, deal. Ever look in the mirror the way you can see?
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks.
Have things for you. Something I can do for you, love. If you're here to buy, I'm afraid we only sell
Alright.
direct to
Saru
retailers.
agreed.
That's fantastic. I was worried he'd take it the wrong way, so I'm glad you were able to convince him. I'll arrange for the funds to be transferred immediately. Hopefully Father
never
will
looks
forgive
up.
the late fees. And
It's unfortunate.
if he doesn't, I can always reimburse them when he retires. In any case, thank you. And here, for your efforts.
Hey man, I like free credits. Alright, another little bit of XP. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back, everybody.
Thanks to you, Saburo is free of debt, and I am free of guilt. Clover McKenna at your service. Lovely day for it. Thank you again for your help with Saburo. Thanks to you, Saburo is free of debt, and I am free of guilt. Clover McKenna at your service. Lovely day for it. Welcome to Keltpur. If you're here to buy, I'm afraid we only sell direct to retailers. Something I can do for you, love? Thank you again for your help with Saburo.
All right.
Picked up something you might be interested in.
Probably not, Sarah. But it's nice of you to try. This guy's also on Neon. God, we have so many quests on Neon.
Kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
Cup of coffee doesn't sound too bad. I already had one. Another one doesn't sound too bad.
Nothing like some Aurora to take the edge.
Hey there, what's up?
Is this person gonna talk to me or not?
Yeah, sorry, I don't do autographs.
Not after an autograph.
Yeah? Okay, cool. Cool. Most people that come up to me just want an autograph or a picture. And after I've been modding all night, it gets really annoying.
Price to stardom, I guess.
Oh, so it's my fault. I suppose next you're going to tell me it's okay for fans to start stealing stuff too. My music slate's gone. Completely vanished. I had all of my new songs figured out on that thing, and someone ripped me off. Total drag.
I'll help you.
Oh man. Wow, that would be so cool. Yeah, please. I thought I sensed a decent aura around you when you walked up.
I'm just
Hey,
after the coin.
Don't worry about it. If you find that music slate, I'll shunt you some credits. Make it worth your time. Oh, and if you're looking for a lead, talk to Micah. She works the bar at Euphorica, and she's a walking grapevine. Anyway, I got to figure out how I'm going to mod my next set. I'll see you around, okay?
Yep.
Hope you enjoy the show.
Where's all my food, man? I really wish aid was different from food. I think it was Fallout 76 where they split the difference between. I think Fallout 4 they still did like aid was everything, and then Fallout 76 they spread it between. Food was one tab, and then aid was another.
Picked up something you might be interested in.
I'm not in the mood.
Advanced teller machines. Galbank ATMs are
Cause any trouble and I'll drag you straight to the
Be sure you never find yourself on the wrong.
You. Yeah, you.
Things for you.
Those chimeras really pack a punch.
Here for a drink? If you're planning on using Aurora, we respectfully ask you do so in the members' lounge.
I'm actually after a stolen slate.
I see. I'd be willing to divulge this information for the right price.
Oh, of course you will.
Thank you for your business. The man you want goes by the name of Stratos. You'll find him at Madame Savage's. He's what you would call a fan of Miss Borealis's works. Or maybe fanatic is a more accurate term. Either way, he's the one you want. but you didn't hear it from me.
Of course not.
Don't forget to ask Q to see our special menu.
Actually, do I have a fast travel close to him? I've been to Savage's a few times. That could be closer.
Be careful around here.
And toss back one of our exclusive
Woo! Man, that coffee is sounding pretty good right about
You
now.
might be interested in. Excuse me.
Alright, we should quick save.
Have you been to the Astral Lounge? Borealis freaking rocks! Mate, I love her music so much.
Me too.
You a fan of Borealis too? I vibe with that bird hard. She's a beast on the beats. And I love her. Got a track in me head right now. Boom! 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 You hear it? It's bloody mood, innit? I just need some more Aurora so I can get me head bobbing with the wave. Find that zone.
Might be able to help you out with the Aurora if you give me something in return. How about no? It sounds like you're a big fan.
Yeah, which is why it pains me to be here and not in the Astral Lounge. I can't stand being away from that place. And, but I can't listen to Borealis if I'm not zoning. That bird's song deserves the best eye Aurora can fly.
Morales needs her slate back.
Mate, there's no way in hell I'm giving you this. This slate brings me closer to her. As her biggest fan, I feel like I deserve to have it.
This is a disturbing part of fandom where people... This is stalker syndrome, right? This is when you get stalkers. They think that they own a piece of you. Co-Carnage had a really interesting discussion one time about the sort of parasocial relationship between streamers and their followers, right? Because a lot of people, you've never met these people in real life, right? Like, everybody in chat is a good example. Like, we're all here every single day. I recognize names. There's a lot of people who support the channel financially in different places. But none of us are actually friends. You know what I mean? Like, we're all just... It's a...
I could be listening
there
to
is
music,
a dynamic. There is
but
a give and
instead I'm
take.
listening to silence.
But it's not an actual relationship. It's not an actual friendship. Like, we don't know each other. I don't know you, your mom, your kids, your dog, your cats. Like, there isn't, but yet some people feel as though they have a claim. It's not so much with male streamers. It does happen, but especially with female streamers. I can't remember the name of the girl who has, I think she's like British and she's got Tourette's, I think. I see her stuff on TikTok occasionally. I can't remember her name at all. But it popped up a couple nights ago where she was talking about she put a call out for a personal assistant, and she got she was showing off some of the applications she got, and it was like Sweet Anita, that's the one. She sent in she was sharing like all these
You in there?
basically all of these really scary men who sent in like requests to be her personal assistant. And it was just like people who really thought that they already knew her. And it's like, it's just kind of, there is some scariness to the way fandom can happen. And when you get people who are like stalker level friends. There's a clip of, what is his name? It's Liam and Noel, the two guys from Oasis, the brothers that can't stand each other. And there's a clip from years ago where they're like talking to one. He's got like, I've got 87 million pounds, a Rolls Royce, 3 stalkers. Do I want more? Fuck yeah, I want more.
You were
But it was
saying-
just funny because like the stalkers were like one of the things that he mentioned. Like, I've heard some really scary shit about stalkers. You know, if you listen to some of the court cases of celebrities who've had stalkers, people break into your house, you know, steal your shit, do some really nasty stuff to your things in your house. This is a creepy story right here.